Oh, so I don't have a coffee made yet. Look at my red
That's
Solo
okay.
Cup
That's
with my
okay.
energy drink. ASMR.
Welcome back to Words Cannot Espresso, episode 3,
Yeah,
possibly
and
2.
I don't have coffee in front of me, but
It's okay. Well, what I'm drinking is an iced mocha with oat milk and toasted marshmallow syrup.
and I'm drinking yerba or whatever it's called.
Cute.
It's a clear energy drink. I forget what flavor this is,
I've
but
never seen yerba, so it's interesting that it's clear. I feel like most
yeah,
energy drinks are colored in.
yeah. Like you think it'd be like green, like sewage water.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be green. Like yerba, I feel like it'd be green or purple. I don't know why.
Radioactive.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
How's it going? Long time no see, friend.
I
It's been
know. It's
like
been like 3 weeks
24
since we last
hours.
did this.
That
Eli.
was like such a Disney Channel moment. Like 24 hours, 3 weeks, and then we switch.
3 weeks. 24 hours. I'm like not gonna beat my entire face today, but some of it. I wish we were like I
So,
wish we had viewers that like would just join us on live while we're doing this. That would be fun.
yeah, and then we can just talk to them. That'd be so
Mhm.
fun. I mean, do you want to do a Discord? Because I
We
think that's,
should.
uh, is it Discord or is it Patreon? I don't know. Those websites or whatever, I'm not even like I don't even have an account for any of them, and I don't know what any of them are for. Like
Me either.
apparently Discord is different than Patreon, which I feel like is obvious, but like what are they for? I think Patreon is like for content creators too,
Rare beauty. No.
because I always see like artists being like, join my Patreon to get my art or like see my art or
No,
buy
yeah,
it or
and I don't
whatever.
quite understand. But
Yeah. And then Discord is like, I don't know. All
no,
I
but
know
like
is like
yes.
the stereotypes of people who go on Discord.
Should I get Call of Duty and should we just play on Twitch? Nah.
Yeah, let's become Twitch streamers.
Cause I'll do it and then I'll start Twitch streaming my Sims.
I'm sure there's a audience for that somewhere.
There is, there is. They
Yeah.
have like TikTok pages for like Sims too. And
I
I've
mean,
never had. Sorry, go ahead.
I've seen TikToks with like people like, oh, here's some tricks and stuff you can do to decorate your homes on Sims and
Yeah,
stuff, even though I don't play it, but it's interesting.
yeah. I've never played Sims like when I was young because I didn't have like a computer and whatnot. Growing up that I could play games like that on. But I only just started this past year because my friend has Sims and she was like, "Oh my god, you should play this. If you like games like simulation games, I think you would like this. It's literally The
Yeah.
Sims." Like,
Yeah. You should get like the most iconic one ever that everyone knows about.
no, honestly, yeah. I like the older Sims is the only one that I play. Sims 2. There's
Hmm.
like Sims 4 and whatnot. I don't play that. It just
I've
doesn't look as
never,
amazing.
yeah, I've never like played Sims except for when Dylan had a computer and like when I was living with them, I was like, can I try? I want to play, but I didn't want to play Sims. I really just wanted to make Sims. And
Oh
so
yeah,
I just
yeah.
made like 2 characters and that was it. And I was just like, okay, here you can have it back. Like I don't even want to play those characters. I just wanted to make them.
That's like legit like the most fun part though. Like
Yeah, it's making the
I'll
Sims.
get after I meet a sim that I like in the game, like it'll be a regular NPC that's just walking around.
Hmm.
I'll use a cheat so that I can get the plastic surgery machine and I'll make them perfect the way that I want them to look
Oh my
like.
goodness.
It's so much fun. But yeah. You should also get Genshin Impact though. I feel like that's a very fun game.
What is that? Like, what kind of game is it? Is it
It's like an
a?
anime game. Try look it up on your phone right now.
Hmm.
And then
Do you
hit
know what
down.
like MMOs are or um, MMOs or
Yeah.
FPS? Which one is it? Like, is it like a
Oh,
mass multiplayer?
yeah. Yes.
something.
I thought I knew. And then you were like, which one is it?
Massively multiplayer online game. That's what MMO
Yes.
is. I like FPS. I think that's what it's called. First person shooters. Yeah. I know Genshin Impact because of people who make edits of the characters and stuff. And so like because I love edits. And then like I feel like there was a few edits that I've watched and I'm like, I feel attached to these characters, but I don't know who they
Hmm.
are.
Like, it's actually really good. You don't really have too much of the storyline until you get to like certain levels. But
Um,
the beginning, it'll tell you like how they got there and whatever.
is it for like computers or can you play it on your phone?
No, I play it on my phone. I've never played it on the computer.
Ooh.
Because I feel like if I were to play it on a computer, it would have to be like a PC, not like
Yeah.
I would
Not
need a
like
whole
a
setup.
laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know some people that play it on their computer.
I always thought League of Legends was a first person shooter game,
What is it?
but that's a good question. It's not a first person shooter. I know that because it's like it kind of looks like World of Warcraft, so I guess it's an
Yeah, it
MMO.
doesn't appeal to me.
Like that's what the gameplay looks like, and I'm just like, oh no.
One of my coworkers plays League. You know what? One of my other coworkers still plays on his phone to this day. Clash
Candy
of
Crush.
Clans. No,
Oh. Clash of Clans is so old.
that's what I tell him all the time.
Oh my gosh, I was actually on Omegle and I came across this one person who was like, I guess they really liked Zombie Plants. Do you remember that
Oh,
game?
Plants vs Zombies. Yeah.
Plants vs Zombies. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, so if you were a zombie, which one would you be?" And I was like, in my mind I was like, "Which kind of zombie? Like do you mean any zombie from any media source?" Cuz I think I would be like the Walking Dead kind of zombie cuz like I'm slow, I'm kind of dead inside already and I would just like walk around mindlessly like that. And they're like, "No, like from Plants vs Zombies." And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't played that since I was like 13
It's
and I
the
only
fact that
played
you
it."
called it Zombie Plants.
Yeah. I'm old. No, I'm joking. If you're 25 or 24 years old, you're a senior citizen and you
Hmm.
you should be able to apply for Social Security. No.
Seriously. But I feel like I played Plants vs Zombies not that long ago. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think
It's
I
been like a
downloaded it on
decade.
something.
Is it fun?
It is. It is. Like, I could see like why. I mean, it's such a good game. I feel like it just gets forgotten about,
Mhm.
as the years go on. But it is a lot of fun. I was just playing it like maybe last year or something, and then I got bored of it again. But
Yeah, I feel like it's just repetitive. So, and it's like easy, like it's one of those where you just you build up your level enough so that you have all the tools to like defeat the zombies and then it's just easy from there.
yeah, I'm so sorry. The fact that I'm like beating the shit out of my face right now still. Do you see how
I'm
like
not
white I
you're
am?
like, "I'm gonna do a light beat today." Continues to beat the fuck out of your face.
Seriously. I'm so white.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Okay. Thank you so much. You don't know what that
You're
means to
welcome.
me.
Oh, yeah, so those videos you sent of the guy who was talking about higher dimensions,
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting because like, that's basically how I already imagined higher dimensions existed, they're just, like, piled up on top of each other, and they're happening simultaneously in the same place that we are right now. Because like,
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just how I always imagined it when I tried to think about, like, what a 4th dimension or 5th dimension would be.
Did you
And
have
when he was, like, mentioning how there's, like, beings in higher dimensions, like, that's crazy to me. Like, there are living things in other, like, higher dimensions that just have a different, like, the way they function and the way they live
It's
is
different.
completely different, like unfathomable to us, and they're able to like change their frequencies to like the same as our unit like dimension, so they would be able to like perceive us but we would not be able to perceive them. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. And I guess I feel like that's might be where like religion would come in, is like specifically I feel like Hindu religions are like really old ones from like India, in Asia and like Africa. Like I feel like there are people who have at some point maybe discovered that they're like are beings from higher dimensions, or maybe they
They
like
yeah, they were on the
m-
right path, honestly.
yeah, like maybe they like somehow came in contact with them, or like the higher dimension beings like came in
Yeah.
contact with them first. And I'm just like, whenever I think about it, I just get like, I don't know, mind blown. But also I feel like it gives hope to me, because I'm just like, okay, well maybe there are like, maybe not hope is not the right word, but it gives like um I guess a sense of explanation or a sense of understanding on like why
Yeah.
some things have happened the way they have happened. Because I feel like we fell so off track from like that, and like understanding what higher dimensional beings are, to like thinking they're gods and like angels and stuff. Because I feel like that's like falling off the track of what they are. But that's like the only way we could like explain them, I guess. But I feel
Yeah.
like
Look at my dirty ass mirror. But anyways, yes, proceed.
we should like go back to like thinking of them as just other beings or animals almost, instead
Yeah.
of freaking deities and whatever. Because I feel like that just did harm after we started to worship them. I think that just did like harm to like the human society, and it didn't like help us advance anymore. It just made us like stay
It just
stagnant
let
at,
us think that there was an inexplainable like
yeah.
source there.
Yeah, and I feel like it is explainable, we just haven't discovered enough of like how it works or whatever yet.
Yeah.
But like the way the guy explained it, like there's ways that they've created thing like the crystal, I forget what it's called, the crystal
Yeah.
that casts a shadow in higher dimensions, or um it's like the crystal itself will like disappear into higher dimensions and then come back to this dimension, and like they're able to like um map it, or what did he say? They were able to like basically get data from it by watching it and creating it and seeing how it interacts with our dimension and other dimensions.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It is. And did you have Mr. Olive in for physics ever in high school?
No,
Oh my god, he was amazing, but only because
really?
he was so nice. Yeah. Um, I remember him talk because he likes, obviously he's a physics teacher, but like,
Yeah.
he likes like all things like that, right? So I remember him telling us in physics class that he does not believe in like ghosts or anything like that. He's never
Yeah.
believed those to be real, but he used to say that he would think that those are beings in other dimensions that were,
Yes, I agree
yeah,
with him
that
on
were
some level.
being able to see, like they're just
Yes.
kind of peeking in. I mean, it doesn't explain why they look like that, or like why you see
Yeah.
scary things, but I mean, if they're able, like that guy was saying in the video, if they're able to like peek in or like change their frequencies and do other things, I mean, who's to say they
Mhm.
can't change the way they look like when they appear?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe they're
Because
just
like
like
if
super
they're
aware.
in a higher dimension and if they look the way they do in their dimension, there's no way they would be able to like change their frequency and be perceived in our dimension as the way they are perceived in their own. Like I feel like that just wouldn't, there wouldn't be like any way for them to do that
Yeah.
physically in our dimension. They would have to like change their form or whatever.
And
But
I still believe somewhat in like ghosts or other.
yeah. Well, the thing like cuz I don't really believe in ghosts, but you know how people will say like they've felt or they've seen their relative or like loved one
Yeah. I think we don't,
after
I
they've
don't think we like,
passed.
yeah. I don't
I
think
feel
we
like it's
pass on.
a, yeah, I feel like it's a mixture of their own memory being cast into like the physical form, and it's a mixture of like, I think because the higher dimension doesn't have time, I feel like the dimensions maybe like slip into each other, and their loved one or their family member from another dimension is appearing back in this dimension.
Yeah.
Um, but it's almost like it's a memory of them. It's not really them that they knew. It's more like a past version of them that once existed, but like doesn't exist on this plane anymore.
That could
I think.
definitely be it. Um, but I also don't feel like I've seen other like videos or explanations of things where they say we actually don't die.
Mm,
I think I sent it to you a few months ago. I sent it to like a few of my friends when I
quantum
saw that TikTok.
immortality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
I like
just sent a
that.
video of like that to Ashley.
Yeah. Like we don't die, we just move on to the next dimension, like immediately wake up and you're still alive in another one, in
Mm,
another reality where you didn't die.
yeah, I think that's interesting too. Like that's an interesting theory, quantum immortality. I also think like it's hard to like imagine having multiple universes, but at the same time, every universe has multiple dimensions. And so there's
Yeah.
like so much going on at once in our own universe, but there's like multiple different versions of it. And so there's just so much to like too much to
Yeah.
handle. We would definitely die if we actually figured out everything that was happening. Like our minds wouldn't handle.
I'd explode probably for sure.
I'd spontaneously combust.
Yeah. Do you see how dark my nose is looking right now?
Yeah. Trusting the process though. Speaking of like um other creatures and whatever higher dimensions, I think one thing that really contributes my own like belief in it is that I have seen a UFO when I was a child. Have I ever told you this? I feel like I've told you this
You
before,
have
but like
never told me this ever in your life.
I for real had my own experience of seeing a UFO when I was little. I was maybe like I was younger than 10 because it was before I moved out of the house I grew up in. And I remember it was like dinner time. My family was eating dinner inside, and I decided because my dad had just put a hammock out in our front yard that I was going to eat dinner on the hammock. And so I'm take my food out there and I'm sitting down and I'm eating food and I'm just looking at the sky and like it's not nighttime yet, but the sun had just gone down, so it's like dusk, I guess, where like the light is still coming and the sky is super pretty, like orange, purpley, and
Yeah.
blue. And I'm just chilling, and then I'm looking in the sky, and then I see a light appear. It looked like I guess you could say it looked like a star, but there was no stars out
Yeah.
yet. And it was a red light, and it had like I've seen it appear into the sky, and it stayed there for like maybe a second, maybe a little longer than a second, and then it flew out like away from Earth or whatever, like it flew out into space.
Hmm.
And I remember seeing that, and I was just like, oh, okay. And like as a kid, I didn't really think about it. Like I didn't freak out or anything. I think I just like finished eating my food and then I went inside and I didn't say anything to anyone. Like it wasn't anything to like freak out about, or it wasn't anything to be like, "Oh my god, I just saw this."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Okay." And then I don't even think I told anyone until like maybe 5 years later. I was like 14 or 15 and I told my mom. And like I even like sat her down and I was like, "I want to tell you this story or whatever." And then I told her that story, and then she was like, "Oh, wow." And then I was just like, "Do you believe me?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yes, I do." And I was just like suspicious because the way she reacted, I was just like, "I don't think you I think you're thinking that I just imagined it or something, but I fully like saw that."
Wait, can
And
you
yeah, that's like
explain to me
my
like one more time like what you saw?
so I was sitting down outside and I saw this light appear in the sky, and the way it looked, it didn't look like it was in our atmosphere. Like it didn't look like a plane or anything. It didn't look like a satellite.
Yeah.
It looked more like a star. I guess like because it's so far away, any bright thing that's like bright enough to see from like Earth would look kind of like a star or a satellite,
Yeah.
but it was red and it appeared in the sky and then it stayed there for like less than 2 seconds and then it just like zoomed out, like zoomed away into like the cosmos or whatever.
Christ.
Yeah, it was
Did you
Jesus.
see like an outline?
No, it was just like a bright light that just appeared into the sky and then it zoomed away.
Yeah.
In Lilo and Stitch when the big red ship goes like hyperspeed and
Yeah.
it kind of leaves those ripples and whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was Yeah, that's kind of how I like remember seeing it zooming away because it was so fast that like the light kind of just went zoop, you know.
Christ.
And yeah, that's my one time I saw a UFO. And I've never had like a paranormal experience either. So my belief has always been like, so aliens exist or like creatures that are able to like
Yeah.
that have way more advanced technology than us exist. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I've never had like
Everything, yeah. I think
any.
everything that humans have ever written, like little stories about where it's supposed to be fibs, are real, you know?
Yeah, I love that one theory of like someone was like, yeah, of course people back then who didn't have glasses, who needed glasses, who saw just like a random animal in the forest, thought that they were seeing like a Wendigo or something, or like a vampire or whatever, a werewolf, even though it was probably just like a wild animal or something. But I feel like that's one place stories could have come from, and then other places it's like unexplainable, you know?
Yeah. Did you see that video I also sent you about that one? I think he's Scottish, Irish, one or the other, where he talks about giants and how everything there are named after like giants and stories.
Mm. I don't know if you sent that to me.
I did because I sent
Did
it
you?
to like five. I always send like
Yeah,
majority of my
yeah.
videos to like five people,
Yeah.
and I think I did send it to you. But basically, he was telling about how like growing up.
Okay, I think I do remember because he was talking about how the forests in Ireland or Scotland are really old, and how
Yeah,
there's like, yeah, okay, I remember.
I believe it. I truly
Mm,
believe it. The way he was talking about it, I'm like, yeah,
yeah. Do you think like Bigfoot is real
I
or is a
do.
species?
I don't know if he's necessarily like just Bigfoot though. You know, I think it's
Yeah,
something.
yeah, me too. I don't know. I feel like it's just like a species of some sort that just doesn't want to associate itself with humans, so they hide.
Yeah, I think that too. What if they're like actually very smart? What if there's many of them? You know,
I'm sure they are to be like barely seen by humans, to be able to like hide from us so well that we've only spotted them a few times. I feel like they have to be
maybe
like
they're
super
like the
smart.
closest species to us because you know how technically we're like derived from monkeys,
Uh-huh.
and Bigfoot kind of looks like a big gorilla. You know,
Yeah, it looks like a primate.
yeah. So I'm thinking
I think I
maybe
could be on
he's
board with that.
yeah, maybe he's like the closest thing to us. Like he still has all his knowledge of being like a mammal or like you know
Yeah.
like he still has all of his animal instincts
Mhm.
with slight human brain function. I don't know. I don't know how
Yeah,
to
I know what you
explain it, you
mean.
know. So he's smart both ways. Or
Yeah.
they're smart both ways if there's more than one.
Speaking of smart animals, dolphins are fucking menaces, like absolute monsters, and they're just terrorizing the ocean, and they have pretty privilege.
Do you remember that
Dolphins.
one time that we went to Waikoloa
Mhm.
with Ashley and they were
Yes.
oofing in the pool?
Yes. I always mention that to Ashley whenever we're, like, talking about, like, when she came and visit that one time, because it's always, like it's such a random thing to see, and it's so
Yeah.
funny that it happened when she came to visit for her birthday, and I was like, "It was meant to we were meant to see it."
We were meant to see that. I've never
Yeah.
seen that in my life.
It was
part.
meant to be a memory for all of us to share forever.
Yeah. I
It's
remember
so
being like, "What?
crazy.
I can't see." Like,
Yeah,
and
and then they like turned over and like we saw like
then I was
exactly what was going on.
like,
Never thought like dolphins had penises like that, but
"Yeah, why is it
I
like
know now.
it's gross? I don't know how to explain it. Thin and skinny,
Ew. Yeah.
red, like."
Kind of like a dog's, but wet.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly it. Kind of like a dog's. I love the way that I'm still like doing my face.
I like it. I feel like it gives it gives a good vibe to like a video.
The FaceTime effect.
Yeah, that's so true.
Do yours. No, I'm kidding.
I don't have enough to do my whole face like that. I don't even
It's
have liquid
okay.
foundation, I think. I think I have like some concealer
The
and
way
color
that my
corrector.
eye was watering and now like that corner is fine. That's okay though.
It's gone.
The show must go on.
So true.
But yeah. I don't know. I still want to talk about like that guy's videos that I was watching yesterday,
Hmm.
but I'm like so focused also on doing my face that I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to give like a vivid output on what I thought.
I know what you mean. I don't know. I feel like you doing your makeup kind of helps me focus on what I'm talking about. Because you know those TikToks where there's like a story happening and then they're playing a video like
Oh
underneath it
yeah.
as well as above it, and then like you're paying attention to what they're saying.
Yeah.
I'm very much someone who like that helps. Like when there's
Like a
another video
visual.
playing, yeah, and then there's like a different video playing with a story happening, like I can easily pay attention to it while watching like the video below of like somebody playing Subway Surfers or Minecraft.
Yeah. The only
That's what
thing
this is giving.
is I just don't want my dirty ass mirror in the frame so much. I'm
It's been in the
trying.
frame, so I
I'm
don't know. It
trying.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
trying. What else can you see? Have you been able
She's
to
not
like
perfect, everyone.
see my dirty ass setup in here? Okay, well, yeah, I'm not perfect. Surprise, surprise. Like, you
Surprise,
know?
surprise. She's human.
Oh, yeah, but no, I think we should definitely talk about aliens as well because that's a topic.
I don't know. My feelings on aliens too is kind of like F you guys. Like you are so highly advanced and ahead of us, like ahead of our time, that you guys could easily help us out. You guys could easily like abduct all of our world leaders and then leave it to like the people to like live a better life for ourselves, but you guys just like don't, and you guys just like watch us like suffer and be farmed for work in America at least.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I'm because I for sure think there's a higher like um like a highly advanced civilization that is in contact with the human race, but they just don't do anything to help us out.
What if they're
And
not?
I wonder why. What?
What if they're also humans in
I feel
this
like
other
that is like a part of
dimensions?
like the theory, but I also think like maybe um our world leaders are like holding us hostage because you know how they're like nuclear war has been a threat for like ever, and like if it was to begin then like we would all just die immediately. I feel
Yeah.
like the world leaders were like, we have nukes and we will murder everyone on this planet if you try to intervene with any of us, like anyone on the planet, and try to help like the working class people. Like that's one of my theories, is that aliens do want to help us, but they're like we are being held hostage, like almost like you know in a bank robber, and they're like and like the cops are outside and they're like they want to go in to like help, but if we're being held for ransom basically, and like the world leaders are like give us, I don't know, immortality, and then we won't kill everyone on this planet.
That's so dumb. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not the theory itself, but I just mean like just in like
Being held ransom.
imagine you just telling me an entire fucking
And you're
And he's
just
just
like, well,
saying
that doesn't make any fucking sense.
dumbest shit I ever heard. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That is so
What
funny.
if that was all I said?
Yeah, and like you didn't even laugh either. You're just like, that's dumb.
No, but like,
I would never speak again. I would just be like, okay, this is the Joel podcast.
like I feel like that makes sense because I feel like I don't know. Do you believe in like the Illuminati? That shit is real. I believe it. You know,
I don't think it's what it's been widely.
perceived as, yeah. I don't
Yes, like
think
I
so
don't think
either.
it's A-list celebrities because I feel like um big celebrities like Beyonce, Madonna, like Jay-Z. I don't think they really have as much of the
As much
power to
pull,
control populations as people say they do. Like,
yeah,
yeah, they're big influences, but if you think about it, like who's actually in control? It's the CEOs, it's the multi-billionaires that run banks, that run big company stores like Walmart, Target. It's the people who control the railroads, it's the people who control oil like production, or like, people who get
yeah,
and sell the oil. Um, because those people actually have power over like prices and stuff of prices of goods, prices of living, basically. And there's like people who are so rich that the public don't even know their names because they don't want to be known. And I feel
seriously,
like
yeah. We don't know.
A-list celebrities, like, yeah, they're mega rich, but they're not as rich as the people that we have never heard about. So
I
I
agree.
think
I agree.
that is the Illuminati. If there's like the people who control everything is like the people who we don't even know about. Like not even Elon Musk is a part of it. Like there are people who are more rich than him. But
Yeah,
I think he could also be a part of it, like, too. Because like,
I feel like
yeah,
some celebrities are, but they just
mm,
don't have as much like pull within.
influence or power, yeah,
Mhm.
in the community. So in a way, I kind of do, but I don't think it's what everyone thinks it is. I think it's more secret, and I think it's more sinister than that. Because I feel like the Illuminati has been associated with the Bible a lot too, like the devil from the Bible in particular. And I don't know. It's just like when it comes to like deities and stuff like that, and how people think, oh, the devil is controlling them. And it's just like, I don't think so. I think the humans who are in control of billions of dollars, who are in control of the way people live their life by controlling prices of food and prices of gas and housing, like those people are the actual devil. Like the devil isn't like a real thing that's mind controlling people. It's the people who are just bad people that are the actual devil.
Yeah, honestly, I'm more scared of people than anything in life.
Exactly. Me too.
Like, I really
So,
would love to go to the mainland,
mm,
but I'm more scared of what people could do to me
yeah,
than
it is, yeah, me
anything
too.
else. Yeah.
Also, I don't, this is super, like, random and off topic, but because you said mainland, I guess people in the mainland who don't really go to Hawaii, who have never been to Hawaii or, like, to an island, they don't know that the majority of, like, the people who aren't on the mainland of the US call them the mainland. Because I was, like, on Omegle, as I do, and these people were like, they heard me called, like, the US the mainland, and they're
Oh,
like,
what's
"The
the like
mainland?"
mainland? Yeah.
Yeah. "The mainland? Is that what you guys call us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you're the main part of the US, like, you're the mainland."
Yeah. You're the whole of it, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
I don't think I would call it anything else. I don't know.
It's not
You're the
home.
mothership.
Yeah, exactly. Start calling it the mothership. "So I visited the mothership." "Oh, where'd you go?" "I went to Vegas on the
Yeah.
mothership."
Okay, quick intermission because I'm gonna grab my lashes.
"'Kay, bruh."
But not yet. I'm still gonna line my lips. But you know. when I stand up to
I
get my
got you.
lashes. This was actually quite a good run, though.
I guess. I feel like I'm kind of just rambling over stuff and not even finishing any thought that I have. I hate when I do that though, 'cause like I'll go on a tangent and then by the end of the tangent, I won't know how to like close it and be like, so in conclusion, I kind of just like fade away into like the next subject.
No, but same. I feel like that's literally like,
And I feel like I need to get better at it. I don't know how though. I feel
no,
like
that's okay.
doing this would help, but it's only my third day out here. I don't know.
I feel like that's quite normal, though, for like us
Yeah.
to not exactly have a direct topic, you know. I mean, we are talking about it. We're going into quite like an elaboration. We're just moving on to the next subject because the next subject makes sense too.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on like
Um,
doing my entire fucking face on this video though. Like, and then we started getting into like good ass topics and I'm like
nah, it's fine. I like it. I think it's good.
yeah.
It's a good like concept of like yeah, it's a FaceTime effect, like you said. Like it's pretty interesting, I feel like to do. Next time I will be making musubis as we are on here.
Oh my god, fucking do it. No, please. I feel like
Yes.
that's a big trend right now because all the making
But
real Hawaiian musubis while talking theory.
yeah. I don't know why, but I wanted to get back into like the Illuminati subject, particularly because I want to talk about like Satan, the devil, and like the whole concept of it. Because I'm really like interested now in like the Satanic Church and the Satanic Temple, and like I haven't like done a deep dive into it, but anytime I hear about it, it's like only good things. Like
Yeah.
they've put it into like their religion or something that, and because like America really cares about religion, they've stated in like their rules or whatever that you cannot like tell anyone what to do with their own body. So women have more control over their anatomy, especially with like the whole abortion rights stuff going on in the US. And they've like made a safe space for people, for girls who want the choice to have one, can have one under their protection because they are a religion, and America says that they care about freedom of religion, so they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I see a lot of people on TikTok who are like, I'm a Satanist, ask me anything. And they're usually always like the nicest people that I see on the TikTok lives. And they're usually always chill, and they're like, they'll gladly explain to them like what they are. And a lot of them aren't like, they don't believe in Satan as a real thing. They only believe in it as like a concept of
Yeah.
someone who asks about the truth and someone who questions like authority, instead of like believing in him as like a thing to worship or a thing
Yeah.
to lead their life on.
And I
It's
was
more
just
like,
gonna say that, but I didn't want to step on any toes by
no,
saying that. I
yeah.
didn't want to say like, yeah. I mean, I think it's a good idea,
Yeah,
because
me too.
hmm and I didn't want to say like, oh, if I were to be in it, I don't think I would believe in Satan
Yeah,
himself.
no,
I
yeah,
don't think I'd
exactly. That's actually kind of common in the, I feel
in
like in
the
the community that
religion.
I've
Yeah.
been seeing about, yeah. And so I
Oh,
really
yeah.
fuck with it because I'm just like, I love that idea of like using him as like a example of thinking for yourself and questioning the authority and like questioning what is right, what is wrong, if there is like such a thing, because like we can't just be basing all our morals on some book that was written by a human being. We have to
Yeah.
like actually think about our actions and our where our like morals come from. And
Yeah.
so I love
For
it.
sure. I like it too. Yeah. I'm glad that you said it though, because I was like, let me keep this comment to myself before they come for me.
No, yeah.
Before they
Come for
sacrifice
me.
me
No, no, no.
from
Oh my
that.
gosh.
No, I truly, yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think I would do it. Yeah. Honestly, I was baptized as a Catholic, but
Hmm.
I don't believe in anything
Yeah. And
wholeheartedly.
before anyone come
That
for
makes
both of
sense.
us, we are both like baptized because I was also baptized, a born again Christian when I was like
Mhm.
12 years old. Um, but I'm still the same person. Like it didn't change me at all. And
Yeah.
I still think for myself. I try to anyway.
Yeah, because truthfully, there's like no specific religion, honestly, that I 100% believe in and trust, because there's
Mm,
so many things in life that I just don't know about. I could never commit myself
yeah.
to just believing in one thing.
Yes. And I feel like that's really important is to like know is to be aware of how much you don't know to be able to like understand like I can't just put all my faith in this. Like I can't just put all my like undoubted face. I don't what is that
Yeah,
word? Yeah, we just can't just like we can't just fully believe in something when we don't know everything because that's just not that just doesn't make sense to do.
truly, truly. I also
Yes.
really like witchcraft. I not that I do
Yeah.
it, but I believe in some of the practices. I believe in some things that people do. I think that's
Hmm.
cool. I would try it. It's not that I it's not that I'm like against it.
Yeah.
It's just
Same. I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, like that was such a big thing. Like people were really like I feel like it was really being pushed on everyone's algorithms of like being a witch and learning magic or whatever. But it's like
I like didn't have TikTok honestly like until I want to say last year or like a year and
really,
a half now.
I
Yeah, I didn't
downloaded it.
cuz when COVID happened I was still working. Like I was one of the
Essential
lucky
worker.
unlucky ones. Like
Hmm.
I wish I had a break but I didn't. I mean, I'm thankful cuz I know a lot of people are struggling during that time, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like just didn't have a break. And so it's like, I everybody was on TikTok and like trying all these trends. I didn't try the Dalgona coffee trend until like a whole year and a half later.
Mm.
That was like my first time trying that. So like I don't know. I wish I got to enjoy like all the things that were happening on social media during that time, but I really
Yeah.
didn't.
It was a fun
Um
time.
but yeah, no, like it's just funny because you know how like angel numbers are such a big thing and like tarot is such a big
Yes.
thing and like everything. That's funny to me because like I remember into what was it like 2017 when I started to get into that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And I had like beef with like a certain individual in a certain group of like our friends or whatever. I remember her saying like she texted me a fat paragraph like, "Oh yeah, like believe what you want, like you need Jesus." Like, like saying all these things because she's like, "Yeah, go check your
Okay.
tarot cards and see what it says. You need Jesus, blah blah blah." Okay, let me see that you're not on this like not on this trend too now. Like,
Yeah, for real.
let me catch you slipping if I see you post something. Let's see.
Best
And
believe
now it's
I will
everywhere.
be saying the same thing back to you.
Yeah. Now it's literally everywhere and like I don't know who's laughing now. Like,
Yeah.
and I remember even at the time I was just like, okay, you need Jesus. Like
Yeah.
if anybody needs it, it's you. Like because
Yes,
you're
it's always the
delusional.
ones who are, like, lashing out and saying it that people need
Yes.
something that actually need
No,
it,
it's like
so
yeah, and
it's
and
funny.
honestly, like I don't because I don't really know what I believe in.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah.
You were ahead of the time, actually. I remember asking you, like, maybe 2021, I was just like, "Are you a witch?" Because I remember when it was really big, and I was like, "I know that you were already into this stuff," and I wanted to know I was, like, curious, like, did you get more deep into it? Like, did you get into, like, any practices or whatever? So I was just, like, curious, and I was just, like, asking you, like, "I wonder, do you, like,
It's so
consider
funny
yourself
too, because
one?"
I feel like my boyfriend's cousins, like when I first started to come around, I think I told them something about me doing like tarot readings and stuff. And I think one of them, like, I mean, they didn't say this to me, but like they were saying it to like I think their other cousin's girlfriend or something. They were telling her, like, is she, yeah, it's scary. You think it's like she's like a witch, like, no, like, no,
That's
that's not it
funny.
at all. But actually, no, as time like went on, I kind of just, I wouldn't say like I got out of it. I just didn't have as much time to do it. I would say it was easier
Mm,
for me back in like 2016, 2017 for me to like really believe that kind of stuff because I didn't work full time and like, I don't know, I just
yeah,
had a lot more time on my hands when I was younger, like a few years ago. Like, now still occasionally like I'll like play with my tarot cards or whatever, but I really haven't gotten like deep in it. Nowadays I see people that are like in there. And I'm
yeah,
like, I wish I knew what the hell you were talking about.
yeah. You clearly know more than me already.
Yeah. So yeah, I really didn't. I feel like a lot of people learned like much more than I have so
Yeah,
quickly. Yeah, it's a huge thing now. There's like so many
it
people within
is.
the community. Every time I see somebody get a new tattoo, it's like 222, like you know,
Oh
four
my
four
gosh,
four.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's really
frick, I
big
should have
right
done it
now.
first. No, I'm kidding.
Get a timestamp of when you like do a date on each tattoo, like when you got it, just to be like,
Yeah,
I was here before y'all.
yeah, bro, that's so funny. Wait, give me 1 second. 1 second. Watering, and I'm trying not to like wipe it on my sleeve here.
Hmm. Oh, sorry.
Trying not to like wipe it on my sleeve, but I've been doing that this entire time, and I'm like, fuck, how disgusting am I? Yeah, I made like a little. I tried to make a post on our TikTok though.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna look at it now because when you first sent it to me, I looked at it and there was like 3 likes.
And yeah, two of them are mine, but yeah,
Yeah,
two of them are me on my nail page. It's the way throughout this podcast that I want to be up hearing with lashes on.
it still shows with only like 3 likes on it.
See, like, how do I get up on the algorithm right now?
Oh, isn't that the one you said had like 180 likes?
Oh no, my video,
Oh, okay.
the one that I posted on
Oh,
my
I
page.
see.
No, but see, if it was like, I don't know how come like our videos can't get up there on the algorithm, you know?
I feel
Or
like
like,
because plus the page you just created is still new, so there is not really anything for the algorithm to like push out because it doesn't know like what people will like the videos or whatever. Because you know how your account has like a lot of likes on it, or like you have a lot of likes and stuff, so it kind of knows like a general population to push the video out to. So I feel like we just need to use that account more, like actually actively be on it and like liking videos and stuff for it to be pushed out into the algorithm
okay, let me start liking people's stuff.
and following things too. Like,
You know what I was trying to do? I was trying to like tap on random people's profiles so it would show that I looked at their profile.
oh, yes,
And then it
we
would come up and look
desperate.
at ours.
That's smart though.
Not that I know it has worked, but oh, that's why I look like turd, actual turd right now because I didn't finish my highlight on my nose.
Bro, yesterday I was so annoyed when I was showering because I haven't forgotten to wash my face ever, like since I started doing it in the shower. And last night, the one time I forgot to wash my face before I washed my whole body, did my hair, um, I forgot to wash my face and I actually had makeup on my face. So I was just like so annoyed. Well, I had mascara on my eyebrows and I put like foundation on this parts and like, you know. And then it
Yeah.
wasn't until I finished like rinsing off that I was just like, I forgot to wash my goddamn face before anything else. And I was so annoyed because that's usually like the second thing I do. Like I'll wash my hair first and then I'll wash my face and then I'll wash my body. But I forgot to wash my face when I had makeup on it last, like yesterday. And yesterday was like the first time I've ever done makeup in months. And it's, of course, it would be the first time I forget to wash it off before I do anything else. And
When do you wash your ass out of curiosity? Like,
when I wash,
what step is that?
excuse me, I never wash my ass. That's gay.
Are you
What do you mean?
okay?
I'm not a homo. I don't touch that. Ew.
Oh,
I
who
don't even
does
wipe it. Yeah. After I take it, I just let it air dry. Like I just let the shit evaporate. So I'm on the toilet usually like a good like 12 hours after I
I
poop.
just wipe.
No, I can't do that. This anywhere near my butt, that's a sin. I don't think so. You won't catch me slipping.
I'm dead as fuck. Posting that on
Clip that,
on
clip that.
TikTok. What time is this? I'm dead. No, but like legit, like what step would you say that is? Because I feel like I do my face. I usually like to save my hair for last if I'm actually washing my hair because I feel like actually no, I do that first. Yeah,
Well, I
never
do
mind.
top to bottom. That's why. So I feel like because if you go from bottom to top, you're just washing everything from the top to like the rest of your body
Yeah.
that you just
Okay. Yeah,
cleaned.
that makes sense. No, yeah, because I was about to say I'm like I don't really have to wash my hair too often, but like when I do wash my
Hmm.
hair, I think I do that. I know that I do it so that I can do my body wash after, and then it'll be like rinse off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wash my hair every single day.
So I do
So
my face first. I wash while I'm in the shower. You know, like that little jade
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
that while I'm in the shower with my face wash, and then do my body wash. Wash my ass. And then I do my hair. Like, you know. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no. Wrong again. Hair before ass. You know?
Okay.
Hair before
Are you
body.
sure?
I think so. I don't know, can you check?
Well, I actually start off with my hair. I'll wash my hair and then I'll do my face wash and then I totally skip my balls and my asshole like every day because I don't want to do that. No, actually, I'll wash like
If you're from
my
Grinder, please click out now.
I'll actually wash like my lady part and then I'll wash my ass. And then actually, I started doing it like twice. So like I'll wash my lady part, wash my ass, and then I go back to the front, wash it, and then I wash my ass again, and then I'll do my body wash.
Love that.
Like I'm a bit excessive like that. Because I don't know, I just feel like if I'm washing my body, like I don't want like my loofah to like pick up any dirt or whatever from anywhere and like be rubbing it on my body. Like I don't know, it's just not good in my mind. So I'd say I do pretty good. And then I wash my feet at the very last. I usually just use my feet to wash my feet, like because I wash with a loofah all the way down to my ankles, and then I'll use my feet and like the soap to like kind of wash my hands
Yeah.
the way you wash your hands, but I'll do it with my feet. Yeah, and that's how I shower. And then I don't use any moisturizer because I'm still just a boy and I don't know what to do with myself,
Why don't you
even
just
though I
use like
should. I have a nice like moisture like a balm, like an oil balm to use, but I just don't ever use it because I forget. And I think I've explained this before to you, but I don't like having the thought of putting oil on my body and then getting into bed because then it just gets on my sheets and then it'll be get dirtier faster. And I only wash my blankets and my sheets like once a month, maybe like 6 weeks, you know.
yeah, I like almost never. My boyfriend does it though. Luckily for
That's good.
him. Luckily I have him to do that, you know, because if it was me, I
Nice.
would completely forget that that's something I should be regularly
Yeah.
doing.
I used to. I used to do that when I didn't like live on my own, but now that I do, I'm like, "Oh, I actually have to take care of myself." That's weird.
Yeah,
That's
I have to do it.
strange.
Like,
Yeah. And now I just feel like I have to because I'll never do it if I don't like force myself to.
I love that it took like the entire episode for me to finally have like a face on.
Yeah, I love it too.
Oh
Can
yeah, we
you?
still like talking about like the Satanism thing. Wait,
If you have anything to say about it, sure.
yes, wait, or like whatever. I forget what else we were gonna say, but let me move this out of my way now that I'm done. I feel like this is gonna be snippets too.
Help! Help me! Somebody help me! Wow, no one's gonna come to help me? That's fucked up. I see. I see the way people care about me now. Oh my god, imagine you like never come back and you just leave.
What did you say? What if I just never came back?
Yeah.
What would you do if I just like never came back on here?
I would wait for like 5 minutes and then I would end it and then I would probably like text you, be like, "What the where'd you go?"
Me popping on my earrings too at the like very last few
And
minutes.
then she's ready.
Okay, let's
She
start.
has arrived 57 minutes into the episode.
Boom. Okay, let's start.
Hi,
Okay, what were we talking
everyone.
about?
Welcome to our
Hey, there's no
podcast.
ice left. No, dead ass though. I did not have like a coffee today. That's funny.
I have coffee every day because I'm addicted to caffeine and sugar. So
Well, yeah. I mean, I like. Is it just me? Like this eye right here always looks like it's drooping.
the lash.
I just have a lazy eye.
Oh my god, I have a lazy eye too.
I was just kidding.
Fix your lash. No.
uh, yeah. Oh yeah. What is that guy's name though? The one that I was talking about.
I don't know his name, but he was a very educated man.
Yeah. I loved his videos though. I was just like tripping out last night. Wait, let me rehash one real quick. Honestly, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of good clips out of this one today.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're
I feel like
definitely
it
gonna pop
was.
off. No.
Yeah. Kaniela, not you putting this. I want him to do me to the
Yes, that guy with the clubbed thumbs,
bro.
fingers.
His entire hand is like that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see because I went onto his Instagram and I was low key
Me too.
stalking
I
him
was
because I
like,
was like, he's cute. He's kind of
no, I
cute.
thought so too. I was like, ah, like I could look past it, and then I saw the whole hand.
Stop. I was looking at his hand and I was like, hear me out.
Yeah, these are good for something.
That's
Oh yeah, this guy, Billy Carson. That's his name, Billy Carson.
sounds like a country singer.
I love that he went over everything too. In like one of his videos, he said he believes that there's people that live under the ocean or in the ocean and they've been here for a long time. He also believes that there's multidimensional people and all that stuff. I really like the one where he talks about how we're all just like staggered on each other, you know. I
Yes.
know we went over this like earlier and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it is very interesting. I think I'd be scared though. Like after I watched that last night and I went to the bathroom, I'm like, what if somebody pops their head in from another dimension right now? Like it's like the middle of the night, and I'm like, take me with you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be begging for them to take me with them. Please,
And
this is
I
hell.
saw I saw another theory where he was like saying how like nothing, well, I know that that's true. Technically you're not touching anything, you know? Like he was saying how like the atoms in your hand are
Oh,
of
yes,
different
yeah. I've
things.
heard
Yeah.
of this before too.
I don't
Yeah,
know how to word.
I've heard
I'm
it
not
being
a
explained.
physics person. I pretty much failed
Atoms are made
physics.
up of 99.99% emptiness. So,
Something like that, yeah.
yeah.
That's what he said. And yeah, I don't know. It's like technically you're not touching anything. But yeah, like he was saying, like it's just matching frequencies and whatnot. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's smart though. Like I'm gonna say, like if anybody ever gets caught cheating, you weren't touching them. Like,
Stop
I'm
it.
just joking.
That's gonna
Babe,
be my
no.
excuse.
The
Yeah.
atoms, like
Yeah.
my atoms and her atoms were deflecting, so we weren't touching.
Oh my god.
No,
Girlfriend of
but
the year. The
but
decade, actually, because she's so genius.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just like if I could just pass through something, that would be amazing. I
Hmm.
also saw him talk about frequencies. I'm like, am I supposed to just listen to the frequency and it's gonna like reset my DNA? If I'm feeling sick right now, do I listen to it? I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, that was very,
I
very
kind of like when it comes to like that kind of stuff, like I understand his point of frequency, but when I think about um the other things, like the things like people are like, oh, listen to this frequency for this, for money or like abundance, listen to
oh
this
yeah,
frequency.
when that shows up on your feed.
Yeah, I don't really like think it's real. I feel like that's more of like a I feel like it's more of a dumbed down version of like the actual science behind it, because I think what they mean is like, because like he also explained in his video like the light that everything that we see, we only see because it's shining at a light frequency that is visible to us and our brain and our eyes. And I've also heard like seen before that like everything in the universe, that our known universe, we only see like a smaller percentage of what's actually in the universe. Like everything we can see and observe, it's only because it's out of like vibrating at a frequency and it's shining at a, I don't know, is light frequency the right way to explain it? That we can see, that we can perceive it as. But like most of the universe, like a more than 60%, I'm pretty sure, is like the amount of it that's not observable to us, and like we cannot
Yeah.
see it. So but they know that it exists, and it's called dark matter, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what most of our known universe is actually made of. So that's what I think is like actual like frequency science. When I think like when people are like, you can listen to this sound and it'll heal you or whatever, I'm just like, I don't think so, because we're still like a being that only exists in a certain frequency, and only things in our perceived reality can help us. Like, so that's like, I don't know, eating fruits and vegetables, because that is what's on our plane of frequency, and that is what could like help our cells, because that's what exists on the same like level as our cells and our bodies. So
Yeah.
I feel like healthy diet, exercise is like the real medicine and like key to like life on this, in this like dimension or whatever. um yeah, so when I just don't like really like the whole sound frequency, because it also reminds me of like religion, like you're just putting your faith in something that there's nothing really there
Yeah.
to back it. But
I mean, it makes
yeah, I
sense.
think
I
it's
still
interesting.
like, again, nothing in life is real. I don't know what's real, you
Yeah,
know. I mean, I definitely believe his theories about there being other dimensions.
yeah,
I just don't know
same.
what's true. Even sickness, I feel like I don't know
Like
what's
some is like
real with that. Yeah.
sickness is from a different dimension or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know necessarily like what's real like when it comes to you being sick, cuz I feel like cancer is a man-made thing. I don't know. I
Really
genuinely believe like that's not something that's, well, I not
natural.
necessarily like it's a man-made thing. You know how people say COVID is man-made,
Hmm.
and it's like proven that that's man-made. But I just think like we have ways to cure it and whatnot. You know,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
just that we're not curing it. You know, because
Yeah,
of overpopulation here right now. Um,
I think we're not curing it because of greed and money, because the people who
mhm,
could cure it would have cured it if they weren't assassinated
mhm.
by people who know that like if people weren't sick and dying, then they wouldn't be making money off of medicine that isn't actually curing them.
That's true. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's like a lot of things that I don't know are true. He also talks about how like our DNA, we have all the knowledge within our DNA for the
Mm,
13.5 billion years that the universe has existed,
yes,
because
yeah.
yeah. And that I yeah, that's why I'm just like, like why are some of us sick and some of us aren't, I don't understand. I don't know how to even word like my theory about it, because I don't
Mhm.
necessarily have one. It's just that I believe some things from what he said and other things from other people. Um, I forgot I was gonna say something else about oh yeah, his like manifestation theory. I really liked because he was saying something. I don't know if I sent that to you or not, but he was saying something about how when you're coming from like feelings of like anger, doubt, jealousy, fear, if you were to plug yourself up to a computer and check where your frequencies are at, it would be a very low frequency.
Mhm.
Whereas if you're coming out of a place of love, happiness, excitement, joy, things like that, if you were to check yourself on a computer too, plug it in and see where you're at on the frequency, levels would be very high, you know? And so
Yeah.
he was talking about how, like, that's exactly why bad things happen, because the universe, or I guess like the atoms, I don't know, like the whatever's out there is matching to what your frequency is at. So like when you're putting it
Mm.
out there and you're feeling like low and stuff like that, because because I guess it's been proven that when you feel like that, that's what it is, you know. um that's what you're gonna get back, versus if you were to put out like feelings of like you feeling happy, excited, joyful,
Yeah.
loving, you know, that's what you will get in return. And I was like, you know, honestly, I believe like manifestation is like a real thing, you know, like writing things down and like hoping for the best, you know, like I
Yeah.
believe to an extent that that kind of stuff works. But when he put it into words like that, where it's like kind of proven to show like what you're radiating when you feel a certain way,
Yeah.
when he put it into words like that, that like really made me feel like I could attract like good things to myself. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah. I
it
know
was
what you
very
mean.
interesting. Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? I kind of agree on like the fact on like the point of you being able to like make good things happen for you, but I feel like it happens. I feel like it's more of like in your control of it instead of like, because I feel like in the world of like people believing in manifestation, it's kind of like just feel like just imagine what you want and it'll come to you. I feel like it's more physical and action that actually makes things come to you. So like
Yeah.
when people say, "Oh, I manifested this job," and it came to me, and but then they'll go on and explain like, "Oh, I applied for this job, I contacted them for the job, like to update. I got an interview because they saw that I was actually trying for it, and then I got the job." And it's like you can say you manifested it, but you actually also you physically put in the work to get that job, and it was a lot of your own doing and like your own action that got you
Yeah.
that job.
Well, I
And
feel
it
like
wasn't
that's a
just like
given too, though, because I feel like
yeah,
obviously you have to take the action to like go ahead
yeah.
and do it. But I think too, like if your attitude wasn't in the right place, you wouldn't have gotten it either.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a good point, like, they in their mind, they're like, "Well, I have to be motivated to do that," and they had to, like, think positive. Because if you're not thinking like, "Oh, you can do it," then you won't be motivated and you won't have, like, the inspiration to do it. So, in that sense, I do think it's, like, a real thing, but I feel like a lot of the time people are like, "Oh, if you're sad and depressed, just think happy thoughts," and, like, you'll manifest abundance and stuff, and it's, like, a lot more there's a lot more nuance to it, I guess,
Well,
and there's
yeah,
a lot
like
more work to do other than just sitting there and meditating, which would work. Like you can think yourself out of a bad state of thought, but then your life won't really change unless you actually put in the action and the work
yeah.
to change it yourself. And that's just like where I am kind of at with the whole manifestation thing.
Hmm.
Cause I think people are doing it, but the way they say they do it isn't like as easy or it isn't as like up in the air as they say it is. Like, "Oh, yeah, it just came to me." It's kinda like how I feel like people will describe it instead of like, "I actually went to it," you know? That's my opinion on
Yeah.
manifestation.
I also think though, like, do you ever have like a bad day and you're just like
Oh, the
angry and
last,
you're
like, 6
upset and
months,
you're
you mean?
freaking irritated?
And you
You
what?
know? And then you're just like freaking irritated and then it just keeps getting worse. Like,
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
yeah.
that does
Or like
happen. It feels like it just
even
keeps
then too,
happening.
not necessarily anything's happening to make it worse, but like it's just the mood that you're in, like everything freaking
Yeah,
sucks, you know?
yes.
I feel like that in a sense it makes, yeah, it makes like your day like completely ruined,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
everything that happens, you'll see it in a way of like, "Oh my god, why did this
Yeah.
happen?" Or like, you'll think, "Why did this have to happen?" And whatever. Yeah. I
Yeah.
am so guilty of, like, doing that when I'm irritated. Some
Yeah.
minor inconvenience that on a day that I'm feeling totally fine, I would be like, "Alright, that's okay." But on a day that I'm already
Yeah.
down, I'm just like, "Okay, this is, like, actually the worst thing that could have possibly happened to me."
Yeah. You know, yeah, and I don't know, I feel like in a sense it makes sense, you know, because I feel like it does kind of attract like a certain energy to you the
Mhm.
whole rest of the day, versus yeah, if you were like in a good mood, just like you said, like I'm in a fine mood and this is like a minor inconvenience, I can live through it, you know, like it's
Yeah.
fine, you know, yeah, like and then the day gets better from there. But
Yeah.
it really depends, like
Also
yeah, what you're
yeah.
feeling.
True. There's this other thing that I heard someone say. I don't really remember exactly, but it's has to do with like kind of the whole magnetic manifestation. And there's another way that like I've thought of it is like when you exist, our bodies, they are taking up space. And I think there's like a scientific like law that anything that exists has a gravitational pull to it. So I feel like that is also like what could contribute to like people like you said, like when you're having a bad day and then things keep happening, it seems like you're making it happen. Because but like I feel like it's pretty crazy to think of the fact that we do have a pull to us. Like everything that exists has a magnetic pull to it, because you're on the plane, you're existing on the plane of space. And when something is in a plane of space, it's basically like, you know how gravity works, like, or how they'll put it on a graph, like the planets and how gravity like works in planets. Like it makes a dip in the space, and so things are falling into that like space that that object is existing on. And so that's kind of how we also, I guess, we would manifest things to happen to us. Like if like when I like, because I always like ping pong back and forth whether like that kind of manifestation actually happens. That is one way where I think that's how people are actually attracting things to them, is because we have a gravitational pull and you're actually bringing things towards you.
Yeah. And mine's incredibly strong because I'm beautiful. I'm just kidding.
And you're
I'm
fat.
joking. Oh yeah, with my fat
You got a dump truck, and so you easily can make
my
anything
little
come towards
dumpy
you.
pulling everybody in. Sorry.
Yeah. Everyone driving is like,
Oh,
what the everything's moving towards you. And they're like, oh my
oh,
God.
sorry.
Yeah. I'm dead.
I'm
I wish I
dead.
had a big leg.
Having like that whole like, yeah, I think that, and then it turning into this. Oh God.
That's
But
how our
yeah,
conversations usually go.
yeah. I don't know. I think I think it just depends. Like, yeah, I feel like it definitely really depends on what you're putting out there. You know,
Yeah.
because yeah, I noticed that too. I know it's me too.
Yeah.
Like when I go to work and I'm already like, oh, I don't want to be here. The
Yeah.
day's gonna be a horrible day. You
Hmm.
know, because
I think
everything that
also
happens.
when you put things out there, you're putting it into yourself too.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I agree in that fact that like you can make your reality, and it's all just a mindset.
Hmm. For sure. Yeah. No, because yeah,
So
every
guess what
time I
we
go to
forgot to
work,
talk about again?
huh?
Guess what we forgot to talk about again?
Anime.
Yeah.
No, let's
And I
get into
wore this
it. We
fucking
have
beanie
time.
too, because I was just like, we're gonna talk about anime. And so I wore a Killua beanie because
I mean,
Hunter x
we
Hunter
have
is my
time.
favorite
Again, like we
anime.
don't have to include like everything. We can always do like splits and then we just,
True. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, what's your like all-time favorite anime?
It's Hunter x Hunter.
For real?
My second favorite, even though I feel like there's discourse on whether it's not anime or whatever, but it's an animation, and anime is short for animation.
Hmm.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, also my
Is that really
favorite.
gonna be like your second favorite? Okay,
Yes, I fucking love
I
Avatar
love
and both of
Avatar
the series,
too, but
Korra and The Last
also
Airbender.
I also don't think of it as like within the same league, I would say.
Really?
It's more of like a childhood story show to me. I don't know how to explain it.
I
It's
guess.
super good. I've watched it recently
Yeah.
too. Like I watched and then yeah, I watched Legend of Korra too right after I
Yeah.
finished the whole series. Um but yeah, I just would say it's different because you know how it's appeared on Nickelodeon and um then it disappeared and then we kind of just had to watch it on our own. Uh I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think of it as like a regular anime though,
I'm hurt.
personally.
Why are you
No.
doing this to me?
No, but like
Nah.
like see, I feel like I know why I would
Yeah.
say that,
Yeah.
because it's different. Um
You hate me, that's why.
no,
Nah.
a little bit, but that's not why I'm saying this. No, I'm kidding. Um okay, but besides Avatar, what would be your second place in like a normal, what most people would consider
I
anime?
honestly haven't even watched that much anime. Um,
Me either.
I, like,
Yeah.
didn't finish Death Note, but I really liked Death Note. I thought it was so interesting, and I reached the point where I was, like, really, like, squeezing my ass for, is it Kira? Yeah, I was,
Kira.
Light.
Yeah, Kira.
Yeah. I was, like, squeezing my ass for, like, points for because I really was rooting for him, and I was still rooting for him up until the point that I stopped watching because I feel like there's a point where everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's actually a bad guy," but I think if I was to finish the series too, I'd still be like, "No, I think he's got a point. He's
I
he's a good guy."
I was hoping, yeah. I mean, okay, so just spoiler alert for everybody. I feel like us talking about this is gonna tell you a lot about whatever shows we're talking about. So if
Yeah.
if you like anime and you watch that stuff, like get the fuck off. Like, you know, like if you haven't
Yeah.
gotten to what we're talking about, get off. Yeah. You
Just
know.
leave.
I did finish it. Honestly, I watched it like years ago though, so I don't think I
Mhm.
would completely remember everything that happened. I think I
Yeah.
watched it in like 2016 too, maybe 2017 around there. I know it was definitely before the movie. The movie was ass, but I
Yeah.
I mean
I
the movie
haven't even
wasn't
watched the
that
movie.
bad, but it was like it was just not at all like
The
the same.
anime or the
It would never
manga.
be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um
Yeah.
like if you didn't watch anime and you watched it, you'd probably think it was a good movie, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I do remember like that feeling though, and I was with him too, like the entire
Yes.
freaking time. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you, you know, like
I already know that he dies at the end,
oh
so
yeah, yeah, no, yeah. So I
because I
mean, he
love
was
spoilers, so I've always, like, gone and watched, like, if a character I really like is, like, in a dangerous position, I will YouTube it, like, "Oh, so and so's death,"
yeah,
to
or I'll
see if
just
it
Google
actually
it. Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
I Google it because I have to know what's gonna go on, you
I
know.
have to know too.
Yeah,
But I
so
loved Death Note, yeah.
yeah, it's very good. It's a very good series. I only like I told you earlier, and it's very disappointing. But I've never watched Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x
Ugh,
Hunter. I don't know how to
sad.
pronounce
But
it.
you started it last night,
Yeah,
so you better
I
keep
started
watching
it.
it.
So I will probably watch it because I would say like currently what my favorite anime would be is My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
I
I've
know
watched, like, 3 seasons. Or maybe just 2 seasons. I haven't even watched the 3rd season yet. You
I
can
get I
continue
can
though.
understand why people are conflicted about if they like it or not, you know, like
Yeah,
I
it's annoying sometimes.
it is, yeah. And then like any other show, it kind of took me a while to get into it too because I think I
Mm,
started it twice and then never finished it
really?
until I actually, you know. But that's me
I'll
with
probably
most.
have to restart it just to, like, get the gist
Because
of
you
what's
know,
going
like
on
last
right
night when I
now.
started Hunter x Hunter, it showed that I had played it like
Oh my
already.
god, you
So
just
I
totally
think I
forgot.
started it. Yeah, I started it
Yeah,
and then I never like I just never
damn.
finished it. You
I
know.
love that anime. I'll probably rewatch it again.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like My Hero Academia, and I just like it because there's so many different like students with different
Mm,
powers, and it's interesting to
yes.
just see. You know, I love shows like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really like I've up to date. I watched all of it. I'm like on the last season that's coming out right now. I don't know if it's done
Cool.
though
Have you
because I
watched the
haven't
movies
seen.
too?
Huh?
Have you watched the movies too? Oh, there's,
I
like, a
didn't
couple
even know
movies
that
I
there
feel
was
like.
fucking movies.
Yeah, I think there's, like, I know for a fact there's one movie, but I don't know if there's another movie. I
Okay,
feel like
bye.
there is.
Bye.
I need the computer
Gotta
now.
go. No, I didn't even know there was movies. Just how you know I'm a
Yeah.
big ass fan, but I like yeah, I'm like up to date on the series and stuff. I think what my favorite anime was for a long time was Attack on Titan.
Oh my
Um
god, I forgot about Attack on Titan. That's definitely actually my number it's between my number 1 because I fucking oh my god, it's so good. Like, best storytelling of any
and
show
I've
ever.
watched it so many times, at least the first 3
Mm.
seasons,
Yeah, I've had to
if that
rewatch it a
makes
couple
sense.
times too.
I but ever since like the last what season 4 and what is it? What are we on? Season 5? Ever
I think it's
since
season
those
4, part 2.
came out, I've just like zoned out. I've tuned out. I completely don't know
Did
what's
you
going
get
on.
to where they invade Marley?
I've literally watched everything and I don't understand it. Like I
Or did you
don't
get to the part
know.
where Sasha dies?
I've seen the whole thing, like up
Oh,
to date
really?
to
Okay,
this
well, that's where
day.
I stopped. I haven't watched past Sasha's death because I was just like,
Yeah.
well, I'm too upset right now.
So
So,
like yeah,
and I
once I
haven't
did
watched
it, and
it.
there was like the Warhammer Titan,
Yeah,
badass,
yeah.
badass. That was cool as.
I've
She
actually
looked
seen
scary though.
explanations, and it made it easier to understand.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I have to like watch a few explanations because so like I remember everything up until that point, right? And then
Mhm.
once like they started invading the cities, I'm just like, but like who's who? Like I just don't
Oh,
understand
yeah.
the city differences and like why they hate each other
And plus
and
there
stuff
was a
like
time
that.
skip too, so
Yeah.
that was a little confusing for me at first too, because you're just like, "Wait, is that so and so or is that not so and so?"
Yes. And then there's the parts where it shows them like acting as other people to get into like other
Oh,
cities and like
yeah.
act as
Mhm.
imposters, that I never understood either. So then that's kind of why I'm like up right now because
Yeah,
me
I
trying to
love
watch it,
Attack
I'm
on
just like,
Titan.
what the hell is going on,
Yeah. Are
But
you,
it
like,
was,
on Eren's side or are you not on Eren's side? Do you think he's going too
I know he's a
far?
bad guy at this point. I know
I
he's a bad
love
guy.
him. He's
I do love him.
no!
I've
I feel
always
like he
loved him, but
I feel like he's justified in what he's doing in a way.
do
Yeah, I
you
just
know
think he
like
is.
what happens though?
Yeah, he kills the entire world except for the people on Paradise Island
Yeah.
because they were,
I
like
don't
I feel like he's just giving them back the same energy, that's what's happening.
which I do understand, but I mean, yeah, I just personally don't feel like he needed to kill everybody, Or
Yeah.
I could see why they are
At
trying to
least
stop
save
him.
Reiner, he didn't do nothing wrong.
No, seriously. Or like just bring him back to the island. He'll be safe, Like
Yeah. Protect that boy, protect that
he'll be
man,
good. He'll
please.
be good. I just don't like that he is like literally killing everyone. I mean, honestly
Mm,
though, as long as it's been going on, he killed like a lot of people already. So I don't
yeah.
know. At this point, just let it happen. But
Yeah, and I love Mikasa, and
Mikasa,
Levi.
Levi.
I've never gotten attached to Armin, but
I
he's
don't
cool, I
like
guess.
Armin either. I don't know.
Yeah.
I see people making edits, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Right, exactly.
you're good. You do not have
Yeah.
to worry about us.
Yeah.
You are good.
You're good, for
He's
real.
safe over there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um, who else? Or what other animes do you like? Oh, have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Bruh.
But
That's,
my
like, the
nephew has
new
told me about that.
biggest thing. Yeah, I fucking love that anime. The protagonist is a badass, and I love when the protagonist is immediately just OP'd, and he is, and I love
Let me
him.
look for it right now so I can add
Yeah.
that to my list. No, because I need to
Yeah.
watch like, I mean, I don't have a lot of time to always be watching shows, but I
No,
would love
yeah.
to.
And that one has, like, really strong female characters, which I always love for animes, and I just love them. They're really good.
Okay, what is it called?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, this one.
Mhm.
Is there only 2 seasons?
The 2nd season hasn't come out yet. I think there's 1 season and a movie.
Yeah. Have you watched Blue Exorcist?
Yes.
Yes, I
I
love that
love
one
him.
too.
He's the best boy.
Yeah.
His twin brother's a bitch.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
like
like
him
him.
either. The with glasses
Yeah.
one. What is his name again? Forgot.
I
Forget
don't
his
know, but he
brother's
can
name.
go F himself.
But yeah, I mean, like I like him, but he's just he's like a big crybaby. Like
Self-righteous, like, piece
yeah.
of work.
Did you watch Devil is a Part Timer?
No.
Oh, I love it too. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's not as much. There is some action in it, but it's not very
Yeah.
much like it's more of a lighthearted, funny
Yeah.
series.
I've only,
So
like, watched majority of, like, shonens, but I wanna get into, like, the magical ones. I don't know what those are called, and especially, like, the magical girl animes. Like, I wanna watch more of those.
I
Have
have
you
not really watched any of those yet. So
watched, any of the Fate series?
mm-mm.
There's
I've
Fate,
tried
Fate
to.
Grand Order, Fate, yeah, I've watched, like, I think 3 or 4 of those seasons. I just love it. They're so good and badass.
Yeah, I've tried to, and it's like another like so. There's so many shows that I have tried to watch, and then I
Mm,
just can't get into it,
yeah,
until I give it another
I
chance. So
understand.
I'm gonna say this will probably upset so many people, but I've tried to watch Demon Slayer. I just don't like it.
I
I
haven't
can't like
watched
it.
Demon Slayer.
I
I'm
know,
probably
but
gonna watch it eventually, but I know
yeah,
it's just not appealing to me right now. The
it's
animation, I
not.
just don't really care for it.
No, like, have you tried to like put on a clip?
No,
Oh my
not even
god.
tried.
I try and put it on and I'm like, the animation's like a little weird to me. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I don't
to
like how
explain it.
blocky it is. That's what's turning
Yeah.
me off from it. Which I guess, like, I know storyline would probably be really good, but, like, I don't know. I'm just not
Like
invested.
I could understand it and I probably would love it because like different, like I said, I love shows when they have like different powers and they all like do
Yeah,
action things and whatever, but like every time I try to watch it, and I've tried at least 3 times,
really.
I don't like it. Yeah. A lot of people are
Actually,
going to hate me for that. Yeah.
I think I've tried to watch the first episode and just stopped watching it in the middle
Yeah.
of it, so I was like, "It's not for me."
It just looks weird to me.
Yeah,
And then it's always those people where I'm like, I love My Hero. Did you watch that? They're like, ew. Like, it's always those people on All Upon Demon Slayer that like don't like that show.
really?
Yeah.
No, I haven't noticed that.
Yeah. Well, it's like my friends. Like, and then I'm like, okay, well,
Okay, well,
don't
blocked.
ever talk to me again. Like,
Yeah. Well, this isn't even a shonen or anything. Have you ever watched Given or heard of Given?
mm-mm.
From my LGBTs is for you. I love it. It's so cute. It's like a short 2-season series of these 2 boys that end up, like, dating, and they're in a band together, and then the whole band is gay
Oh,
because
what I
the
feel
like,
like I
spoiler
know,
alert,
but I've
like
never watched it personally.
yeah, the 2, like, high schoolers, they get
What is
together,
it
and
on?
then their
Is it on like
bandmates.
Netflix?
I watched it on Crunchyroll.
Oh, do you have a Crunchyroll account that I can
No,
borrow? No.
no, not Crunchyroll. I watched it on, VRV because it's free on
Oh,
there. Yeah, that's what I watch most of my animes
that was a
on.
good save. You heard me about to ask if I could borrow your account.
No, no, VRV is actually, I think, a part of Crunchyroll, but it's just, like, it doesn't have all of the animes like Crunchyroll does.
I used to have
But,
Crunchyroll and then I just like stopped. Like, I don't know.
yeah, I think I had the free trial, and I didn't, like, pay for it at all.
Yeah.
Um,
I think you would really like, this is on Netflix. I loved it. It's so cute. It's just another like no magic, no nothing. It's just a cute little
mm,
story. I mean, no magic yet, but um you might have watched it. It's called Kotaro Lives Alone.
no, I haven't watched
Oh
it.
my god, it's the cutest freaking show ever, and I'm like so
Really?
sad. Like, yeah, you're gonna love it. Watch it after this. It's
Okay.
it's about like,
I don't have
well,
Netflix.
you don't have Netflix?
No, I don't have anything.
Dude.
I don't talk to broke people should never laugh.
Get the fuck out of my sight, bro. I'm just kidding. It might be on like other platforms. If not, I'll just send you my like whatever. But
I would love that.
it's called Kotaro Lives Alone. It's so cute. So it's about like this little boy. I think he's like 4 or something like that. And he just moves into this random apartment building by himself. It just came out like last year, so I think probably the second season will be out shortly. But
Mhm.
yeah, he moves into an apartment building all alone by himself, and like he can talk very well. He can pretty much do almost anything for himself.
Yeah.
Um but all the neighbors are like, "Oh my god, you're here by yourself." Like, so they all kind of
Yeah.
like take on this joint responsibility to like be there for him because he
Aw,
doesn't
cute.
have any like parents or either.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have parents, and yeah, like it's such a cute show. But like there's like, it's not like he's like completely alone and he doesn't have money. Like he has like, I guess, like a social security thing that comes in for him like every month until like
Oh.
somebody will come and like deliver his allowance and stuff. But
Mhm.
it's so cute. Yeah, you have to watch it.
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, it's on
Um,
Netflix. It's like kind of newish, but it's just like one of those cute shows.
okay. I love it. I
I
think, like, what's
fell
on
in
my
love with
watch
it.
list is like, my to watch list is the reincarnated as a slime because 'cause I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that one,
What?
and I think yeah,
Me
I don't even know
googling that
like,
too.
the gist of it is, but there's another one called, like, Tower of Power or something like that. I feel like I'm butchering these names, but
Oh,
that's
is it a
another
movie?
one. No, it's a TV series, anime series.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's called
Um,
That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
yes.
What is it
I
about?
I don't know. I think it's like an adventure kind of show, but I wanna watch that
There's
one. Um, yeah. there's not really much I want to watch except for like those two because I've heard a lot about it. I'm probably lying. There's probably so many screenshots of like animes that I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. I want to watch that, but I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Oh, I just recently watched the show. That was good, but I can't remember what it was called.
One thing I didn't really care about for My Hero is one, how annoying Deku is. Like he's such a goody two shoe. Like he seems so meek and weak. And then
Yeah, yeah.
and then Bakugo, like why is he such a prick? Like oh my goodness, like chill out.
I love
I didn't
Bakugo
like that
though.
about Bakugo. Like I know he's got like character development and like I kind of like him now, but I'm just like, why is this guy like always yelling and angry? He's so annoying.
Well, like,
I
yeah,
like his
I feel
friend
like that's
Kirishima. I like them, and I like a lot of the side
oh
characters on My
Todoroki, the one with
Hero.
the half white, half red. I love him too.
Todoroki,
Todoroki, yeah.
Todoroki, yeah,
Yeah, or
he's cool as
Todoroki, I
hell.
guess, yeah. Love
Um,
him.
oh, the teacher Aizawa,
Oh
Daddy.
yeah, I love him too.
Mm. I love him. I can't believe people like thirst over All Might. I'm just like, ew, he's like such an ugly character though.
Well, like, yeah, now I feel like I would love him as a friend, you know?
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool. Like as a character, he's pretty cool, but people thirsting over him, I'm just like he doesn't have that appeal in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um I like that one character, the girl who can make things out of her
Oh,
cells. Like
I
she's
forget
so
her name,
cool.
but yeah, like it comes
Yeah.
out from
But I
her.
hate how they make her like they like sexualize her
Me
and they
too.
make her so like weak sometimes. I'm just like she's like got the most badass power out of all of them. Like she's got one of the most badass powers I'd say
Well, I feel
out
like
of
it's
all of
okay,
them.
like the feeling of being like useless because they're still like teens, you know, and like they're kind of like
Yeah.
learning how the hell to do things. But yeah, I don't really like the sexualization either. I'm just like,
Mm. And
it could
then
have
like
done
the love
without.
interest girl, the one who can control gravity, she's also
I
got like
love
such a
her.
sick power. I'm just like that's sick. I wish they did more with the female characters in that show.
Yeah,
Um,
I know he is like the
Chris-
main character. I know it still has yet to be unfolded, you know, with
mm,
all the previous successors of their power and whatever. There's so
mhm.
much that has to come out yet about the storyline, but I get it. Yeah, I wish they would focus more on the other characters too though. Like I really
Yeah,
like when they do show like, you know, what's his name? The fire guy, Todoroki's dad.
Todoroki.
Um,
Oh yeah, he's hot. I mean, super toxic, but
yeah,
yeah, he's so
yeah.
cute.
But what is his dad's name? What is his power name? I forget. But
Yeah, I forget too.
it's gonna bother me. But anyways, I like when they do like the episodes where they kind of focus on like their family and they tell
Oh
you about
yeah,
it because also the bad
they're
guy is
tied
part of
into
the
it.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dobby. They're tied
I
into
like
like the
Dobby
main
too. Like
antagonist.
except you know
No,
the
with the
part.
stars, for sure.
Yeah.
I like them damaged.
Yeah. Oh, you know who else I liked? I like that one guy that had like the bird mask on and he could
Me
just like touch
too.
people and make
Yes,
people
something
explode. I was
about
like,
him.
wow. Like
Yes, yeah, me too.
they're
I remember
cartoons,
watching it and
but
being like,
it's
"Am
so
I fucked
funny.
up for liking him?"
Yeah, no, me too. I was like, it's always those guys.
Yeah.
That's why too.
Same.
That's why I think I like Bakugo in the show though, because I know he's like a dumbass,
Oh.
but I don't know. I always like those characters in the show, like the
Mm.
assholes. I don't know
No, because I feel like the
because they
bad
always have
guys,
like
they're
kind
not
of
like
a
just assholes. Like I feel like Bakugo was just an asshole, but the bad guys they like had a reason, I guess, and like
well,
I
no,
don't know,
no,
they seem
like you see, I
damaged.
feel like it's different though because I feel like Bakugo, I feel like or him like, and then this is just speaking for like any anime in general with a character like him. They actually care. You know what I mean? Like they actually do
Mm.
really care, and it's just they don't like to show that they care for whatever reason. They
Mhm.
just want to be on top, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, but I like that. I think I like them because they actually do care about people. You know, it's not just them being a for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
But what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I've also watched this other show on Hulu, but I can't remember what it was called, and it had something to do with like gods and stuff like that. I will have to look for it later.
I feel like I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like gods, and they have like people that work for under them, and they have to worship them, but they defeat like
Oh,
paranormal
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I
spirits,
know.
and I can't remember what the
Have
hell
you
it's
ever
called.
watched Noragami?
That's it.
Are you
That's
serious?
literally it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. I
Was
love
I
that one.
not
You reminded me of
explaining
that
it
one.
well? Wait, let me make sure that that's the one.
Well, I know in that one they base it off of all the gods, but in order for the gods to exist and be powerful, people have to believe in them. And
Yeah.
they have to like pray to them or whatever. But yeah, I like that
Yes.
one.
That's the one. I just watched it like but then there's only like one
Really?
season out
I
that I've
I
watched.
think I like teared up at the end of that one because it was so sad.
Yeah. So yeah, I watched that recently. Um did you watch The Promised Neverland?
No, I know
Oh
that one is
my
fucked up
god.
though.
It is. Yeah, it is. You have to
Have you
watch
ever
it.
watched Devilman Crybaby on
Mm-mm.
Netflix? Oh my
Is it
god,
good?
that one's so good. Yeah.
What is that?
The ending of that one blew my freaking mind. Like, oh my god, that ending was a crazy plot twist.
It's the way that I need to write everything down that we're talking about. So I can watch all of it tonight. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
Devilman
calling off of work
Crybaby.
the rest of this week. I'm
I'm
just kidding.
dead.
Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, the
Um,
animation in that one is pretty unique, I'd say, compared to other animes,
did you ever
but the
watch
story is
Elfen
really
Lied?
good. No, I've heard of that one
Oh
though.
my god, me and Leona watched that in high school. It's the
Elfin
most
Lead.
gory show that you will ever watch. But it's
That's
on
right. Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I can watch then.
It's insane. It's definitely insane. Reincarnated as a slime. What was the other
Mhm.
shows that we were talking about?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm,
There's like several other shows that I've recently watched too. So yeah, I watched Promise Neverland. It's pretty insane. It's intense. It's a lot to unpack in that show. Um I think that was pretty much
oh,
everything I've watched.
the Tower of God is the anime I was thinking of before. That one is like these people have to go into this tower and they're like playing this. They have to like get through obstacles to get to the top of it and whatever. And I think there's like a power scale of it too. And I'm not sure like if they have superpowers or not, but I think it's something like that.
Mhm.
I want to watch that.
Write
That's on my
that
watch
down.
list.
Write that down right now. I recently watched Spy Family. That one is really good too.
Ooh,
It's
I've heard of
another
that one.
yeah, so it's not like really magical, but she does kind of have
Yeah.
like this power to like read people's minds.
Mm.
But it's the cutest show too. It's like the father is a spy, mom's an assassin. They have no idea that each other does those jobs,
Yeah.
and they have no idea that she can read minds. So it's just like it's
Oh,
such a
that's
cute
funny.
show. Yeah,
Cute. Yeah, that one is
yeah,
actually also on my watch list because heard people talk about it.
yeah, and
Um,
it's like new, so it just came out, I think, and then
mhm.
there's only like that one season. But oh my god, it's so cute.
Oh, yeah, and I want to watch Chainsaw Man because that one looks good.
I
Have
know
you ever
so
heard
many
of
people
it?
talk about it, and I've never watched it either.
I've never watched either, but I think it looks good. I want to watch it because the main characters are like morally gray. They're not like really good at all. They're not like bad guys either, but they
Yeah.
just care about like winning and power and whatever.
Have you
And I
watched
love characters
like
like that.
Bleach and stuff?
Oh my gosh, no, but I want to watch Bleach and I want to watch it from the beginning so that I can watch the one on Netflix and be caught up.
Cause yeah, so many people watch Bleach. There's also
Ichigo, he's already like I can already tell he's like best boy.
yeah. And then there's like One Punch Man that I've never watched.
I've watched all of One Punch Man season 1 and 2 and I can't
It's
wait for
good.
season 3. I love it. It's good. It's obviously like a parody of all the shonen animes, but it's really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I really want to watch all of those. Um, because there's like this one girl on TikTok too. She does like those things where it's like, who would you rather? I
Mm,
forget her name, but she'll do like those videos. Who would you rather? And then it's like this family versus this family, and it'll pick random people from different shows. And I like have no
yeah,
idea who any of them are. It's never from a show that I watch,
yeah.
except Naruto. Like it's kind of we all know Naruto,
I
but
haven't even watched. I don't think I've watched a single episode of Naruto, but I've watched so many clips of Naruto, and like I've watched like battles or whatever of it, and I kind of know basically what it's about. But yeah, have you ever
Yeah.
watched One Piece? Because that's like a really big one. I haven't watched it either. Oh, I want to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, I've
I want to
tried to
watch it
watch
because I've
FMA,
heard
but
like
I've
its
never.
story is really good.
It's
Yeah,
another one that I just like did not get into.
really. I feel like I've watched a little bit of it, but I never stuck with it.
I'm gonna
Is
have
there
to.
like another like anime and it's like about a book? Like everyone has a book and it's like, oh, Black Clover.
Oh yeah, Black Clover. I've tried to watch that too, and I just
Yeah.
can't get into it. Have
I've
you?
watched like 1.5 seasons and then I stopped watching it because I was like, the animation kind of sucks. Like it seems like a low budget
Yeah,
animation.
like it's
But
old.
yeah, but I guess it got better because it's been able to continue and it's not really big. So I want to rewatch it and get into it.
Yeah, I've tried to watch that. Like I've tried to watch so many freaking shows, and
Yeah,
every time
me too.
I just like or also I feel like it takes a lot of attention and focus to watch an anime if you're not watching the dub version. I don't really even
Mhm.
like the dub version too, so
Yeah. I like the sub version only because I like to hear what their voices actually are. Because a lot of the time, the dub voices are like, they sound dumb. Like, they just
yeah,
sound
I hate
silly and
it.
goofy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why do you guys make those weird voices when you voice a character in dub?
Like yeah, why did you choose this person to make this? Like
Yeah.
I know what you mean. That's why I feel like it takes a lot of attention for me to actually want to watch an anime because I want to
Yeah.
listen to the sub version
Me
and
too.
read it. But then I also want to do other things while I'm
Yeah.
watching, and
Yeah.
I can't
Because
do
I
that.
can't just do one thing. I need to be overstimulated at all times.
No, seriously, yeah. I need to be cooking and watching and then like looking and
Yeah.
reading. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Um,
many. I'm glad that we got like a billion suggestion of shows to watch though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get into watching them because I'm a TikTok fiend. I'm addicted. TikTok has me in the grips of
No, like
their
you dead ass have to pull
nasty
it up
little
on your
claws.
laptop and then go
Yeah,
on TikTok too, you know? Like see,
true.
that's
Yeah,
why. That's another reason. I'm like, yeah, I need to be able to like pull up other things on my phone while I'm watching, like, you know.
yeah. TikTok needs to update. Well, no, they shouldn't. I was gonna say they should do what YouTube is doing, where you can like go on
Oh,
other
have the
apps while you're
little
on YouTube.
window. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it would be too
Or
small to
no,
watch
you can put
TikToks.
on like the show and then go on TikTok with a big
Mm,
window.
yeah, but it's a good thing I have a laptop so I can just watch shows at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, I feel like we had like quite a good run today.
Very
A lot
good.
of
Very long
footage.
too. Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, a lot of footage, me doing my face, us talking about different shows today. I didn't drink a single coffee this entire time that I've been sitting here.
And
Just the
I've
energy drink.
only almost finished my coffee.
What is their label?
It's a little horseshoe
Oh, that's
because
cute.
Waimea is like country town.
Yeah,
Yes. Country Grounds Coffee Company, hashtag not spons.
could be spawns. I'm
Could
just
be
kidding.
sponsored. They'd like to. Nah. They just
Oh my
opened, so
god. But like again, to give another disclaimer, like I don't know, this is for fun. But please send us
yeah.
to Japan if you can. Thanks. We love anime.
Please and thank you.
We love anime,
Yeah.
food,
Yes. We love anime. We love the food.
merch,
We love the land. Please.
and
We're respectful.
from there technically. Just kidding. I
I'm
have
not.
descendants from there.
Nice. Are you 100% Japanese?
I'm actually mostly Filipino. Did you not know that?
What the No,
Yeah,
I
my
didn't know
last
that at
name.
all.
Like it's just, I feel like my last name gives it away, but not gonna
Oh my
say it in here.
god.
But if you think about it,
Yeah,
like you know, but
I
no,
love
yeah,
it.
mostly Filipino, like three quarters, because my dad is from PI and
Wow.
my
I honestly
mom,
didn't know that.
yeah, my mom is like half Filipino for my grandma and half Japanese. So I'm
Oh
only
my
like a quarter.
gosh.
I'm
Yeah.
only a quarter Jap, but it's like mostly my eyes too, though. My eyes and the fact that I'm like very pasty, that I look like mostly Japanese.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't know you were Filipino. That's crazy.
Mhm.
And we've been friends for like in 10 years.
Yeah, like only 2 quarters, but yeah.
That's
Did you
crazy.
think I was like full Jap this entire time?
I thought you were full Japanese.
No, with the most non-Japanese last name too.
I don't know. I never thought about it actually.
Yeah.
Oops.
Not
My
like
bad.
in the slightest bit thought I could have been anything else, a little bit of something else.
Well, I was like, honestly, you honestly mostly look just like Eastern Asian. So I was like, maybe she's Japanese, Chinese, something like that. But yeah. Wow. I learned something new about
You
my best
learn
friend.
something new every day.
Crazy.
Yeah, just like I learned that you're a fake bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually 100% fake.
I'm dead, bro. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I do want to go to Japan. If anybody's watching, please
yeah, so
send
do
us.
I. I've always wanted to go, so please,
I'll be
please.
there like ASAP. So.
Yeah, I'll be at the airport with my shit, like today.
No, for fucking honestly, for real.
Send us for like a good month, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
friend.
yeah, this was a good day. Got a
Does
lot of
that
footage.
conclude this third episode of Words Cannot Espresso?
I think this is probably the second, and then we'll just do
Probably
compilations from
third
both.
or second. Yeah, okay.
We'll probably
And
do compilations from both today's one and yesterday's, and we'll just make like a funny. I can make a funny edit, you know.
okay. I know I haven't even tried to edit yesterday's one because I was like not in the mood.
Not in the mood.
Yeah, maybe today is better
Oh
though.
yeah. No, I'm kidding.
The Hannah Montana transition. Okay.
I'm dead. You get the limo out front. No.
All right, that's enough. No, no, no.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
All
Okay.
right, should we sign
That was
out?
fun.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.